Jay from Team DMA. So you know what's up because you already seen the poll up on the video. So this is just a follow up to the rest of the polls so that I can finish them and then we can progress. So really quickly recapping, I introduced the polls. I had some polls before, but nobody really interacted with them. And then I restart them again, and people seem to like them, especially right now because a lot of people are trying to decide what route they want to take or their own take on whatever it is. It doesn't really matter. But I moved away from it with the heat and the schedule and all that. There's a lot of people busy, and I always try to keep the videos relatively short for people so that they can see them and get going. But the polls are doing, I think they're going to be doing really good because it's something where you could click on it during your lunch break at work or lunch break at school, or you're eating, you could look it up, give your own thoughts, and we can discuss it. Maybe in the future we can have like a live conversation through Discord because we can have the mic on there and everyone can come and join. But it doesn't just mean Team DMA, it can be everyone. In fact, some of the polls are seeing numbers up to 10, 12, 11, 12 members. Some of the people that wanted to participate, they had come earlier and there was a lot of bad stuff going on, so they had to be left out of all that. But I mean, for the general, everybody else, the whole planet is welcome to participate. And remember, the comment section is open so that we can kind of see a more in-depth look to what people are really trying to convey, or what are they really trying to uh, what is the word I'm looking for, to tell us, like in-depth analysis of what's the problem, how to fix it, like that, and we can go over that. It's not going to be my opinion because, as you already know, my channel, I have no interest in that. It's more of just the facts. Like, if the sun's out, the sun's out. That's it. And respecting the community and their opinions, and respecting the community and their thoughts, and respecting their viewpoint. So, like I said, it has nothing to do with me again, because I have to keep repeating myself because a lot of people think it's about me. It's not. It's not true. It's not about the channel. It's about the community. It always has been, but people don't want to believe it. So the comment section is open. Going in depth so that we can see what people mean and get a better understanding, and we can discuss it. So the other one was regarding Dark Magician and the deck, and the polls one on the extra deck. So after we're done with these, I'm going to be making a poll for follow up of the other one, and because the other one's so good that I can continue. I'm sure you're gonna like the polls that are coming out next. It's gonna be part two. Believe me, it's gonna be good, and it's going to separate the fake dark magicians to the good dark magicians, because it's gonna get harder to answer the polls because really quickly in the beginning, a million fake people can come in and comment because they don't know anything. But as the series slims down and gets more complicated, you're gonna test yourself if you really know what the heck you're talking about, or you're just you don't know anything. And it's not an attack. It's just to make sure that everyone is serious. So I'm gonna make the questions harder because it's starting to narrow down, narrow down, narrow down, and it's gonna be too difficult to understand. Only the people that actually understand Dark Mission mechanics are gonna know what the heck is going on. So it's nothing to scare no one, but just I'm looking for those people who really love the Dark Mission, not the fakes. I don't care about them. There's other channels for them. But we'll be moving on to this video now. In this poll, we took Team DMA, show is ending in 1 or 2 episodes, which it is. What you, I accidentally put you twice, you, like me to do next, as a question. Anything else can be put in comment section. So just to summon it up, it's just saying the series is ending, the episodes, the show. There's not going to be no more show no more. The show was just meant to be 1 season, but a lot of people loved it, so I kept it going. Season 2, season 3, and then season 4. It was actually end. It was supposed to end with season 1, and then, like I said, it just kept prolonging, prolonging. But it's a lot of effort, time, and I've wasted a lot of time where I even done the voiceovers, but people didn't like it. I didn't get a lot of views. I didn't get a lot of likes, so that's wasting my time. It's a lot of time and effort, and I'm not getting paid for any of it. So that's why I discontinued that, and I just kept the show going for the show itself. If you look here at what's placed on there, the first one is talk about the characters, who they are, and I'm not really surprised because even I was going to vote for that. I try not to vote so that I can't, so that the polls are not corrupt. But if I were to vote, I would definitely vote for that one as well. The next one's talk about the show, and why I created it. No one gives a shit about that. Excuse me for my language. The next one is talk about the music in the show, why it's so good, and no one cares about that either. But the funny thing is, out of all the things about the show, the only thing I get compliments about is the good music. So I do get complimented with the show and the narrative, the characters, the plot. I know that, but the majority of the compliments always come from the music. But this time, no one cares, so that was funny. The last one is discuss why the show is ending after 4 seasons. So I did get one vote, so I guess I owe that person still. I shouldn't, but I am the owner of the show. I can do what I want. So I decide to answer the question for whoever that voted. Um, the season's gonna end because it's too much work. I'm not getting paid for it, and not enough people are enjoying it. If I were to be getting like 30 to 50 likes on them, and then comments and a lot of views, like whenever like an episode's reaching 200 views or more, then it would be reasonable that I have to, because it's already a form of entertainment and it's nice, so I would have to make it. But the problem is a lot of the shows, like let's say each season carries somewhere around 12 to 15 episodes. Out of those, there's 3 to 4 episodes that get either one will get 0 likes or one will get one and it only gets like 18 views. And the rest were averaged like in a calculator, because some of them do reach 200, some of them just reach 150 views and right away, but they don't exceed that, which means they're not watching them anymore. I know there's a lot of people waiting to bench watch them. I have at least 6 or 7 people that have told me they're waiting for the show to end so that they can bench watch it all. And and that's why it's ending, because it's a lot of time and effort and there's nothing being produced from it. If it had more views, because like I said, even at an average, I'm averaging somewhere around 80 views, the videos would have to get more likes and more views for me to want to continue. So at this point, I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste people's time. So the channel is meant for the people. So if the people don't like it, well, there's nothing I can do. Now I know there's a lot of people who support the channel, who support the episodes, and that's what makes this uh, series very awesome, because you have millions of YouTubers, but no one does what I do, not even close. Now they're going to copy me and they're going to become famous, but that's only because they're not original. Because a lot of people that have famous channels, believe it or not, they come and they take my ideas because they know they're good and they give it to the people. So that's what I am about. I'm about producing good ideas, producing good content, but the people don't like it because sometimes they just don't like me or they don't like the channel. But if they take my product and display it, it's technically theft. If they steal my ideas, steal my products, steal my profiles, and they introduce them somewhere else, then people love it. So the ideas are good, everything's good. It's just the people, that's how they are. They they'll shit on you just because they don't like you. They don't care how good you are. If you give them 1,000, they don't care about that. They don't like it because the money comes from you. So I believe it's a personal preference. And that's just how people are. I don't really care at all. You shouldn't either. So that's why it's ending. It needs more views. It needs more support for me to continue it. If in the future enough people ask, we can do some series forward. And then also people have been requesting for it to have different duels. It does. It does. And I'm going to end it there because the votes were only one. I need to go to what it matters to end this video, is talking about the characters, who they are. So this is going to be a two-part, but just to do a quick recap, the characters are, this is what makes my channel genuine and separate. It's actually special. You just don't realize it. If you have any favorite YouTubers, a lot of people have somewhere around 10 favorite YouTubers or less. Some people have 5 or less, something like that. Guarantee you that they don't do any of the things that I do because I'm original. What they're doing is they're copying someone. So you're enjoying something that everyone else does. If you go see them, everyone else is doing the same thing. That is, to me, that's not considered special. It's considered common. So what I do is I do things that no one else is doing, no one else has thought of, a new idea. And that's why people like it. And it just needs to be put out to the main community so that they can see it. And one of the things that I do is, for the first time in YouTube existence, if you are part of the channel, you enter into a realm of a show where you exist. Because people have seen, like I was said before, like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and you always see the show and say, man, Naruto did the wrong choice. I hope I was there to do the right thing. And this is what the show does. It lets you come into this multiverse of an animation, you can pick your character and you can show your dueling skills and you can make a change. Like you can actually impact the show to change in a good direction. And that's never been made. No one's ever thought of that. And I'm the one who created it some months ago. And the members that are involved started as Team DMA members, which is 10 of us. But then it opened to the public. There was a lot of famous YouTubers who were involved. There was people who have 500,000 subscribers, 500,000. I spoke to them and they were part of the show. They came and they participated. And there was other people who just had like 2,000, 10,000 subscribers, but they're channels that are getting famous. And they also participated in the show. So it was good for the overall community. And everyone gave me good feedback. So the problem is just the likes and the views. If it would increase, I would keep it going, but it has to stop for now. So this is why I said it's going to be in 2 parts. Because the first part, I spoke about it right now, the characters and who they are. And then the second part, we're going to go into depth of each character, which is going into their channel, doing an overview of who they are in the show, who they are in the team, why I added them to the show, and what their characters are, both sides. One side being their real them, like who they are as a human, and then the other one is who they are as a character. So I did something special. I tried to keep their actual original character in the show so that it feels real. The only thing that I changed was their physical body, because they took up on like bodies of anime characters. But other than that, it's them, and they're actually dueling. They're very unique. Some people are extremely special. Some people are really powerful, intelligent, smart, just positive. And that's what the channel does. If it's negative, I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't like cancer. I mean, everyone flushes their shit, right? No one just keeps it there and you look at it, or keep it in your room or something, or in your pocket. You flush it down the toilet. So I don't like, to me, the negatives like that. You just want to flush it. I don't want it. It stinks. Someone else can keep it. I don't. I only work with positive. And that's what my channel is about. Excuse me for the language, but it's just straightforward. We're going to be doing the second part about that in the next video, which is in-depth analysis of the character, because that's what won. And it makes sense that it's a complicated series. So quick recap. The first one was concerning the extra deck. We're going to be making another video to finish that one. And then this one was regarding the characters, and this is the one who won. So I did answer all the questions. If you have any questions or concerns, you can let me know on the comment section below, because that's where we can go in depth and see a better, closer look at what people are saying. So before I finish the video, we do have another poll that I want to finish. Might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But I'm very careful with my words. I'm not perfect. But I don't want people to automatically say, you hear what he said? Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. He's a bird killer. Let's call the police. Like that. Like, people try to find something to attack me for. And you're just wasting your time. You're childish. Yeah, that's just stupid. So let's move forward with this one. What should I discuss next regarding the online sales? So for the online sales, the first one, the bad mistake that you should never do, that one won. The one after that, what months are the highest in sales? That one was second. And then information of pros, do this, like what the pros do. So nobody cared about that. And then shipping method for business, what materials you need. So the last one was the lonely one, but it was the only one that had a comment section. So I'm gonna be discussing that on another video, a second part for this one. When something's not good, it doesn't need a second part. When something's good, it does. That's the whole point of the polls, that they're not in vain, they have a purpose. So we're gonna discuss about really quick about the ones that got the least. Shipping method, business materials. I'm gonna make a video about that, and it's going to be showing you what the heck is going on, what they look like, how do you do it, and all that. And then the next one, the months of the highest sales, as I had said before, I don't hide it. It's January. It's January through somewhere around May or before May. So I would say April. And I'm not talking about, because a lot of people confuse it. People are thinking I'm talking about like $100. No. The homeless make more than that in a day. I'm talking about thousands. Once you already reach for like one sale for 6,000 to 7,000 or even more. And it's not just that. I can prove it because also the cars that I sell, that I fix and I sell, they sell during those months. You could easily blow the doors off of of anything in income during those times. You can easily hit 10,000 is nothing. It's not even what's the correct word I want to say? It's not even a big deal. That's why I don't even talk about it. But people want to know. It's during January, February, March, April, and those are the months. You might jump into May, but not really because I see the most money in those months. Those are the months that are popping, and it goes for almost everything because, like I said, it's the income tax, and you have only time to get that money during the time before they spend it or something else. Everyone's competing. It's common sense. The only other time that there's a spike, I've seen, I know there's a spikes of millions of things, but that I've seen, because this is Yu-Gi-Oh regarding, but sometimes other things too. If you want to know about other things, ask me in the comment section. I could tell you, but Yu-Gi-Oh is those 4 months, and then there's a spike in December because of the Christmas. Christmas is a little interesting because I've had items that are like $5,000 per one card, and they sell. So so I would say December is a big one too. So those are the months. Write it on your calendar: January, February, March, April, and then you want to jump all the way to December. Now, if you sell anything throughout the year in that, it's good. But I'm just telling you where it spikes. Like you can post like 30, 40, or even $50,000 worth of merchandise, and you're gonna see that during those months things fly off your shelf. If you can compete against the market, that's the time to do it. January, February, March, April, and then you're gonna want to do December. And like I said, if you have any other months, good for you. But those are the spikes. Okay, the number one question: the bad mistakes that you should never do. So before the video, let me see. The video has been going on for quite a while. Uh, so let me finish this up real quick. So the mistakes that you never do is two of them actually. These are the ones that make you lose the most money, and it's like shooting yourself in the foot. The number one is damaged cards. Not only will they return your shitty cards, you're gonna get bad reviews. So it's like grabbing a hammer and smashing your own hand. It's a no-no. You're kicking your own butt. Don't sell damaged cards. If you do, it's a high risk that they're still going to send them back. They're still going to send you bad reviews. So I would not recommend sending damaged cards, because I've had people tell me like, well, I can't afford that $1,000 card. Can you find one damaged? And I do, and I charge them 200 or 150, and they still cry. They say the card's damaged. I'm not going to pay that much. I tell them, okay, then pay for the brand new one. It's 1,200. Then they don't want to do it. So you wasted your time by trying to help them by getting them a damaged one. They still don't want to buy it. So don't sell damaged stuff. If they don't want to pay, forget them. Just sell it to somebody else. What I've learned is the people that got the money got the money. What they ask me is they say, what's the condition? I said, Gemini Perfect. They say, can it possibly hit a 9 or 10 PSA? I said, yes. They gave me 2,000 for the item, and that's it. Case closed. We move to the next topic or the next sale. Don't waste your time with these guys that they can't afford stuff. It's so learn to distinguish between the time wasters and the people who got money. Those are the people you want to do. The people who want to do business, because you're not selling to make friends. You're not selling to make people happy. You're selling because it's a business. You're providing goods and materials to people who need them. You need to put that in your head. Don't get confused. It's not an emotional thing, it's a business. The other thing that I've noticed that it's a big no-no is doing more, being disorganized and doing more than you should. So let me explain. I've lost somewhere around, I don't know, I would say maybe somewhere around $10,000 because of this. Because sometimes, since you're not organized and then you have too much work and you can't handle it, you have like $1,000 or $4,000 worth in sales, but because you're so busy, you have so much to ship, you have to pass on them because you only have a certain amount, like 72 hours or so to ship items. After that, the items are canceled. So you don't want to be disorganized, because not only did you not ship when the people were ready to buy, when you want to resell to them, they don't no longer want to do business with you because you didn't do it when they wanted it. So they're going to go somewhere else. So you can lose a lot of money. That's a no-no. That's killing your business. When you sell, be organized and be ready. If they sell something, and then let the customer know, if you don't have time, I'll be able to ship it the next day. Communicate with your customers. So that's a no-no of not being organized. And then to add to that more in detail, you also lose a lot of money because you're not organized, and you can accidentally send them a playset of a card. So I'll show you an example. I've said this before, and it's not just one card. There's been a lot of cards. I have Lost Art, Dark Mission Girl. People love that card, and a lot of my friends, I've sold some to them, other people online, and I made mistakes with that card so much because I have them stacked, like 30 of them in a stack, like stacked one on top of another on top of that. And when I'm in a hurry, I grab them and I throw them in a padded envelope, and that's something we're going to be discussing later on shipping methods. And I don't even bother to check what the heck I put in there. So sometimes I put two, and I've accidentally sometimes put a whole playset of a card, like because I put them in a sleeve, and there's a playset, and I forget that there's more cards behind it. Or when they come sealed, they come in a packet. You can have one or two of them in a packet, and that is lost. You're destroying your business. You're destroying yourself, because the real value of the items being sent is triple the price or double, depending on how many copies you sent. But the guy didn't want to. He didn't want three. He wanted one. So guess what? You're giving cards away for free that are expensive, somewhere around $100 to even $1,000 per card. So once you ship them, they're not going to ship them back. They're like, woohoo, I got a free card. So be organized, communicate, and those are the things that are going to destroy you if you don't follow them. And there's a lot of other things that can happen, but those are the ones that are actually dominant. They happen a lot, and people don't want to share that information because they're thinking, if I do, they're gonna say I'm stupid. But you know what? I'm just here to tell the truth, to help you out so you don't do the mistake. So be organized, have communication with your customers. All the other stuff we can discuss some other time, but those are the main ones. So that's pretty much it. I killed two birds with one stone, and no, I'm not an animal killer. I'm not saying to kill birds. I'm just talking symbolism, symbolically, in a reference. If you have any questions and concerns, let me know. God bless. And before I end it, we're going to be doing part 2s on some of these, and some of them they're ending. I'm going to be opening some other ones. God bless. Take care, and Dark Magic Attack.